Elvira Gamer here, right at you live. That's my name. I'm Elvira Gamer. Um, it's just a name I give myself. No. Um, Elvira Gamer here, live at you. Ideas for a video game club on Facebook. Yeah, on Facebook, I'm planning to create a video game club. And I'm hoping to get subscribers. So I'll be creating it tomorrow. It's coming soon. I have to think about it. It's a big commitment, to the video game world and that. Yes. I am going to create a video game club on Facebook and Twitter, I think. But I have to create my club and see who would join it. Now, for those of you who are into video games, the topic would be about video games, nothing other than the topic on video games. You don't need to change the subject. It's about video games and no other topic than video games allowed. Now, I don't want to see inappropriate comments because if I get that, I have to block it and I have to remove it. You do realize a video gaming channel, if you got questions on video games, you can join me and send your questions in. But it's not about personal stuff or issues you have. That's for another section. That's for another kind of community. It's not for me. That's more like for mental health and that. This isn't mental health. This is about video games. There's a big difference. Update on my broadcasting video game live on PS4. I'll be doing that next time I'm down in the basement to do it, because that's where I do it, because I can't take the PS4 outside and do that. It's dangerous because it's protected, I like it in the basement. You do need an HDMI cable for a PS4, unless you have an adapter or something. But yes, you can use an HDMI cable. You have to hook it up to setting HDMI 4 if you're going to set up a PS4 in the basement. And for your Wii U, you just set up a channel that's input that says games. And for your movie channel, you put it on HDMI, I think, 2. For PS4, it's HDMI 4. For video games like Wii U and that's game input. That would just say game. And for the Bell 5, it's HDMI 2, if you're going to set that up with several. And for DVDs, you should always set it up on HDMI 3. It works. These are the channels you would need to play the video games on your input setting on your HDMI setting. So if you have an HDMI set up to your Wii, then you set it to game. If you have an HDMI set up to your DVD, then you have it on HDMI 3. If you have your HDMI set up on your PS4, you set it up to input, HDMI input to number 4, HDMI 4 it would be called, and it would be set up. But you always need an HDMI cable if you're going to set up a PS4. It works with HDMI. It's just the way it's set up. Video game consoles do require HDMI if you're hooking it to your TV. And you have to make sure you don't drop it because they're expensive to replace. They cost a lot of money, yes. I don't know how much, and I don't talk about that. It's personal. If you're planning to hook up a PS4 in your basement, you hook it up to input HDMI 4. Unless another video game console's hooked up, then you would choose HDMI 3 if you don't have a DVD player. But always hook it up to HDMI 4. Also, never leave your video games in the sun. The sun will melt your video games. Never let a dog near your video games, because the dog doesn't understand, it might chew it. You have to protect your video games. They're expensive. But, you can still replace them, but it's annoying. I mean, I wouldn't want that. I don't allow my dog near my video games because, personally, why? I don't want her chewing them because she'll damage them. And dog spit will damage your machine. Just keep your dog away from your game consoles because it won't understand, might drool on it. Dogs, don't have a concept of what a video game console is. But we're not here to talk about dogs. We're here to talk about video games. That's for another channel. Take care.